Hello and welcome. You're watching Saliram Star, bringing you truth, news, and every important update on time. Stay tuned with us. Borates, particularly the isotope boron-10, are vital to the safe operation of nuclear power plants. Due to its ability to absorb thermal neutrons from uranium fission, boron-10 is widely used in controlling and stabilizing pressurized and boiling water reactors. Boron has been a key component in emergency nuclear response efforts. During the 1986 Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine, which was then part of the USSR, a mixture of sand, boron, clay, and lead was dropped onto the exposed reactor to suppress radioactive emissions and halt the nuclear reactions. It is this property of boron that has fed various theories on X and other social media platforms. Now, why boron is of importance. Egypt's Nile Delta is rich in boron, which helps absorb neutrons, basically nuclear radiation. A user, Diksha Kanpal, posted on X. More proofs coming in to validate IAF hitting nuclear base in Pakistan. Now, an Egyptian Air Force plane, sent at the request of the U.S., has landed in Pakistan carrying a large amount of boron. Now, why boron is of importance. Egypt's Nile Delta is rich in boron, which helps pic.twitter.com 9B07I2TSR7 Diksha Kanpal, Diksha Kanpal 8, May 12, 2025. Is Pakistan's nuclear infrastructure at risk? Following India's missile strikes on Pakistani air bases, including on the strategically significant Nur Khan Air Base near Islamabad, questions are swirling if the attacks affected sensitive nuclear facilities. Pakistan's military has confirmed that 3 of its Air Force bases were struck by Indian missiles, including the Nur Khan Air Base in Rawalpindi, Pakistan's military headquarters. The Nur Khan base is also vital to Pakistan's nuclear command infrastructure. A New York Times report of May 11th said, a former American official long familiar with Pakistan's nuclear program noted that Pakistan's deepest fear is of its nuclear command authority being decapitated. The missile strike on Nur Khan could have been interpreted, the former official said, as a warning that India could do just that. The report, which examined the reasons for the U.S. brokering a ceasefire. It is unclear whether there was American intelligence pointing to a rapid and perhaps nuclear escalation of the conflict. At least in public, the only piece of obvious nuclear signaling came from Pakistan. Local media reported that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had summoned a meeting of the National Command Authority, the small group that makes decisions about how and when to make use of nuclear weapons, the report said. The report said Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Mohammad Asif denied that the group ever met. Speaking on Pakistani television on May 10th, before the ceasefire was announced, he acknowledged the existence of the nuclear option but said, "We should treat it as a very distant possibility. We shouldn't even discuss it." CNN, too, has claimed that a core group of U.S. officials, including Vice President J.D. Vance, got alarming intelligence of escalation. The report said officials didn't describe the threat, but in his call with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Vance said the White House believed there was a high probability for dramatic escalation over the weekend. A 2017 report by The Print detailed Pakistan's underground nuclear storage tunnels, especially those near Karana Hills, just 8 kilometers southeast of the Sargodha Air Base, which too was hit by India. Spanning nearly 68 square kilometers, the site features fortified tunnels and multiple concealed entry points, long believed to house nuclear warheads. Some defense experts believe some of these fortified sites may have been directly targeted to degrade Pakistan's strategic capabilities. Satellite imagery and post-strike analysis are being closely watched for confirmation. Next update. Due to heavy rain and storms in South Garo Hills, Meghalaya, houses have been damaged and belongings lost in the Chopit area. This news has come in from Chopit, South Garo Hills. However, there have been no reports of any missing persons or casualties so far. With this, we conclude today's update. Thank you for watching this video and Mitela Sakantikon.